Here we go. Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone. Drew's here, so that means you'll probably be getting a shaky view rather soon. Because Drew is going to grab the tripod because it's kind of his new game now. Hope you're all having a good morning so far. Drew decided to wake up at 4:19 this morning. Yeah! Yay for no sleep, right, bud? Who needs any stinking sleep, right? Right? All right. Saints and Cardinals tonight, y'all. We'll talk a little bit about that. LSU got a new quarterback on campus yesterday. Hi. Talk about him. Elise, good morning. Travis McGraw. Val, good morning. David Barrett, good morning. Brandon Rishu, Charlie Cavell, Trey Dykes, what's up, brah? Dad's watching, Blaine Allen, Leroy Blanchard, Trampus, Charlie, Vance, what's up, y'all? Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Hope you'll have an awesome Friday and weekend. Charles Ducote, good morning, good morning. Bob, good morning. Aaron, good morning. Awesome Friday start. Yeah, I know, right? God bless Erica's a trooper, though, man. I got up with Drew and tried to get him back down to sleep, and he wasn't having it. So Erica got up and took care of that. Mama said, "I got this." So, Ma. Okay, we'll see you later, bud. Oh, he'll be back. You know he'll be back. Let that build a little bit, guys, here for a second, and gals, before we get cranked up. I'm gonna hit the share button. Hopefully, y'all will do the same. Charlie says, I need that shirt. But I will wait for you. You know what? When I went and spoke at, I moderated a panel at LSU, the manship school. And they gave everybody on the panel and me for moderating like a gift bag. And this was in the gift bag. It was like a LSU manship cup or like a notepad, so just some other stuff. And this was in there too, so it's a free shirt. I wear free stuff. Not afraid to admit it. Hey, all right, we got our first little camera jolt of the day. Right, how about that? All right, let's get cranked up, y'all. So, LSU yesterday at practice had a new quarterback out there. It was so funny to watch everybody just kind of lose their minds over a new quarterback being out there. Walk on from Parkview Baptist, Alex Oakwan. Let me be just abundantly clear about this. Alex Oakwan, what an opportunity, right? Baton Rouge gets an opportunity to play for LSU and put on the uniform and go out there. Awesome. That's so cool. But he's not going to play. Like, this is one of those things where you literally only have 4 quarterbacks out there. And when you're running receiver drills and passes to running backs and tight ends and all throughout, and then you're going to do team stuff, like, you can't have only 4 guys throwing all the passes. In the NFL, they call it a camp arm. That's what this is. It's like you need guys out there to, like, at some point, the starting quarterbacks are going to go get reps, and they're going to need somebody to go throw routes to running backs and receivers and stuff. That's what these guys do. Like, so that's their role. So anyway, just to be clear, like, it's I just don't want anybody to overreact to that. The fact that there's another guy out there, he's not going to play. It's just because I had someone say, "Man, come on, LSU's got to do better. This kid's so small." I'm like, hold on, dude. Slow your roll, brah. I'm sure he's going to work hard and hope he does really, really well out there. But like, let's be clear, they didn't bring him in to come out and play. Come out and play like the Offspring song. Hey, hey, hey. And okay, and here's the other awful thing. So Trey just mentioned this, like riding the coffee train because Drew waking up so early. Yeah, no, we're out of coffee. We have a Keurig and we're out of coffee this morning. So that's very disappointing for me. Joe says he did well at Parkview. Hopefully we don't need him this. Like Joe, and I'm telling you, he'll never play. They will put, like, John Trey Kirkland, someone who's a high school quarterback who's a great athlete, they'll put that person. They'll put Clyde Edwards-Helaire like in the Wildcat before they, like, they're not going to play that kid at quarterback ever. Like, literally ever. So, not to be dismissive, but it's, like, You got to understand, I'm telling you, he's never going to see the field. Like, they're never going to let him play. It's just come in and throw passes to our guys at practice because we need another arm. Jesse doesn't like the new NFL rule about lowering the head. I think they're calling it more right now just to get guys adapted to it. Once they're playing for keeps, you know, it won't be as much. So, let's see. All right. God dog it. I don't know why this must be a new function. It's not letting me scroll back. I gotta go all the way to the bottom. No wonder you're cranky. No coffee, no sleep. I'm not cranky. I'm actually in a great mood. And by the way, Andrew, you're Y-O-U''RE. You're cranky. Just an FYI. Okay, so all right. I want to talk about Lowell here in a second. A couple of other things from LSU practice yesterday I want to get to because some of you have asked about some injured players. Hang on, bud. Hi. If you've watched the show, you know by now Drew will lock himself out of the office and then cry because he can't get back in. He can close doors now, but he can't turn the knob to open them. We're working on that, though. Hey, bud. All right, so a couple of absences. Receivers, Racy McMath, Justin Jefferson, they've missed 3 straight practices each. I'm not super... Hi, baby. Pool. I'm not worried about it because those guys, especially Jefferson, is going to have. So I haven't heard anything that any of those are serious, and my guess is at this point a lot of that's precautionary. If you have guys that are sort of, I hate to say that Jefferson and McMath are proven, but those are guys that you're going to count on this year. I'm okay with them missing a day of camp here or there if it's about getting them healthy. And actually, like if you want to put the positive spin on it, that just gives guys like Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall more of an option and an opportunity to get out there and get reps. So I'm okay with that. Stephon Sullivan missed again. And so did Thad Moss. I'm interested about Moss because Drew. Hey, bud. So weird thing about Thad Moss is Hey, it's okay. Come see Daddy. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, do you want to see Big Black? You want to see Big Black? He's thinking about it. He's got the hiccups. Do you want to see Big Black? He's got the... Do you want to see Peekaboo? You want Peekaboo? Yeah. You want Wheel? He wants all episodes of Wheel of Fortune. Walk with me, folks. We'll show Drew some old episodes of Wheel of Fortune. And so I'll continue. So Thad Moss is an interesting one for me because we're going to show you some old episodes of Wheel of Fortune. It's crazy. Most kids watch cartoons. My kid watches Wheel of Fortune. Stephen Robeek, what's up, dude? So Thad Moss is interesting, right? So they go to camp, and I mean, he was on the team last year, so I think we forget that. Like, he's not brand new. So he got to practice last year, even though he didn't play. So they're familiar with him, and he's familiar, obviously, with the personnel on the team and everything that they're trying to accomplish. But it's weird because, like, he missed the first day because he was at his dad's Hall of Fame induction. He introduced Randy. And they made him available to the media once for interviews, and now he's missed a couple days. So like yesterday, we had to go film the CST training camp report. So it's me and Eric Ritchie, and we filmed at the LSU indoor. And one of the topics was, here you go, buddy. Here's Wheel. Okay, it's coming. And one of the topics that I had to riff on was Thad Moss. And I'm like, I don't know what to say because I've never seen him. He's not, he hasn't played in the game. And he's missed a bunch of camp this year. We only got to talk to him once. It's like, I would love to tell you all these wonderful things about Thad Moss. But it's like, I don't know what to say. Anyway, so Moss missed yesterday. Tay Proven's missed yesterday also. And then Eric Monroe, Rashard Lawrence, Braden Poco, Ed Alexander also missed. So the defensive line ones are concerning because there's just a significant drop off after your first unit. So again, all of these things, typically if there's something serious with those, it doesn't take us long to hear about it. Now, Ed isn't going to meet with the media again until after the scrimmage tomorrow, so he'll be asked about some of these. He can clarify to whatever degree he wants. But it just, the way that this town works and the beat around LSU works is like if a kid was really hurt, like if something really went wrong, we would all know about it by now. So anyway, so I don't think, my guess is most of those are just, hey, precautionary, keep guys out if they're bumped or bruised or something. No reason to risk them. Are you watching Wheel? Elevator. Okay, we'll see you later. Truck. I know, bud. All right, let me get some of y'all's stuff. Joey Gibson said, I didn't realize T-Bob was so flexible. Dude, I'm telling you. So we went and did the Yoga Lattes 2, the original ones on Perkins. They're doing an ad in the LSU football game day program, and so they wanted a variety of people. So they asked, so T-Bob goes there, I go there, so they asked us both to be in it to get a few guys in the shoot. They had one young lady who's a Golden Girl, one former gymnast, Sydney Ewing, if you remember that name. They had an expecting mother who's like 36 weeks. I mean, her baby's almost due. And then you know who else was in it? It was Heather Van Norman, who's Odell's mom. She does the class over there too. So they had a variety of like college student all the way, like this span of about 30 years of age, guys, gals. So it was cool. Anyway, but T-Bob can do a full center split. It's like, go look at my page if you haven't seen him yet. Like it's incredible, and it's not in any way photoshopped or like he can do a full center split. It's amazing. Coach P running the scout team. Y'all are crazy. Y'all make my morning. Chuck, Whitney, good morning, y'all. Sorry, I've been doing too many hellos here. Akeem, good morning. Let's see. Tell him happy birthday from the Gibsons. Whose birthday? Who did I miss? Anyway, John Capone, good morning. Stephen Miller Sullivan said no thanks to the tight end switch. We'll see. If he gets him on the field, wait and see. Trivia Carter just got in. Did you talk about Lane Kiffin trolling? Not yet. So that was great yesterday on OTB, man. For those that missed it, Kiffin, Jordy and T-Bob had Kiffin on. If you hear, Drew doesn't like whenever they get a letter wrong on Wheel of Fortune. They guess wrong. He doesn't like it. And he doesn't like when they do their introductions. So they do a toss-up and they do the introduction. He doesn't. That's why he's fussing. Hey, Drew. It's okay, bud. It's almost done. Poor kid. He does not want to hear about your dog, Fluffy, and that you like to go run to the mountains when they do introductions on Wheel of Fortune. Just get to the puzzles. What were we talking about? I'm telling you, I need my coffee. Lane Kiffin, that's right. So they asked Lane they were talking about how he turned, like Blake Sims into a great quarterback, and they mentioned the 2014 game. And Jordy's like, how did you do that? He's like, because I was able to whistle the audible to the pick play. I mean, the rub route. He's like, I thought it was supposed to be loud in Tiger Stadium. Come on, Tiger fans. Like, he totally trolled LSU fans. It was funny. I think he's great for college football, man. Like, you need villains, man. You need people out. You need black hats. It's like in wrestling, Hulk Hogan needed Macho Man. Every good guy. Superman needs Lex Luthor. Batman needs the Joker. Like, you got to have the heel, and Lane Kiffin is that in college. Spurrier was for a lot of years, and Kiffin. If Kiffin gets back into major college football, like if he gets into an FBS program and starts winning, look out, dude. That's dangerous. Meridoc, what do you hear about the freshman from Scotlandville? Does he have a chance to play? He'll play. You're talking about Kelvin Joseph. What Kelvin has going for him, and I would say this is true for Kelvin and Manny Netherly. The other three guys at corner, Vincent, Kirkland, and the grad transfer, Terrence Alexander, they're all small. So you're talking about guys that are 5'10". So if you're, like, let's say you're going up against Ole Miss, and they got A.J. Brown and Marcus Lodge, and he's big 6'4". So he goes, hey, what's the matter? What's the matter? Hey, listen, hey, Drew, listen, baby. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Use your words. No. It's okay. Use your words, baby. No. Hey, after Daddy does his TV show, we are gonna go see Miss. Nope, you wanna go see Miss Gayla? Hey, tell me what you want? He's walking. He's fine. So Kelvin Joseph, what he has going for him is he and Manny Netherly are both bigger. So, like, you can figure this out pretty quickly, right? If when you're playing Ole Miss, you look for Greedy. Like, if you're Ole Miss and you're Tamu, their quarterback, you look for Greedy on one side and you go the other way because you're going to have a 6'4" guy and a 5'10" guy. So if Netherly or Joseph can catch on quickly, I think both of them have an opportunity to play just because of their size. Coach O said a few days ago, though, that if they had to play a game today, that Kerry Vincent would be the starter opposite Greedy. Let's see. Buddy, come on now. Michael Moore from the Ops. Yo, cuz, congrats, man. I saw your pictures on Facebook, dude. Fired up for y'all. Hey. It's okay. Do you want a different episode of Wheel? Do you not like that? Do you want Big Block? No. Yeah, we'll go see a different episode of Wheel then. Okay. He doesn't like this episode of Wheel. Ugh. One of the mornings with this kiddo, y'all. He doesn't like this episode of Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Okay, you want a different episode of Wheel. Okay, we'll go different episode of Wheel. Sean, think we see Jonathan Williams with the first string? No. I wouldn't be opposed to it, though, but I think they're still trying to figure out what they have with Shane Vereen and Terrence West. So, watch this one, bud. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think we see Williams with the first team, but I do think you got a good shot of seeing him earlier in the game than last week. The thing, and we talked about this last week, I liked. Damn it, man! Turn the freaking letter. Whoa! We got a light on. No, thank you. My bad. Turn the light on there. I don't want that. So, I mean, Jonathan Williams ran really hard last week. It was good, but, like, you also understand he was playing with guys that aren't going to make the team and against guys that aren't going to make the team. So, I guess you take that with a grain of salt. But, yeah, I am interested. So we'll talk about some of that, about the Saints stuff we're looking forward to tonight. And I only have probably about 10 more minutes because I do have to get Drew to therapy today for 8:45. So I need to get him dressed and we need to get out the door. Take it back when Van actually turned the letters. Trivia, if it meant having a terrible season to get Kiffin, I would welcome it. It's fun. It's so funny how perspective on Kiffin's changed because he was a guy who kind of kept Wheel of Bark. Kiffin was a guy, the perception was he kept failing upwards. Remember when he got the Raiders job and he bombed, and he got the Tennessee job, and he got the USC job. And it was like he kept failing them. It's like, how do you keep getting these jobs when you're failing? But Alabama sort of remade his image, He proved what a dynamic offensive coach he is, and then he had a great year last year at FAU. So it's like, let's see if we can keep building on that. But if he does, he'll be back at my guess is at a power school the year after. I don't think it'll be at LSU as long as, well, I'll put it this way. As long as Joe Oliva's there, it's not going to be at LSU. But again, as long as Joe Oliva's there, Ed Ogeron will be there. So, and to your point, Trivia, like the 3-9, like I would never pull for LSU to go 3-9. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. I now don't want him to go 7-5 because, like, for me, like, truthfully, for just, all right, this is just strictly for, like, radio, for interest level, right? The worst place to be is 7-5 because you're not good enough to be contending. You're not bad enough to be completely irrelevant and, like, firing coaches and wheels fall off. And so it's just, like, attention. When you're 7-5, it's like, oh, who they playing? They're playing Mississippi State. Yeah, I guess they could win that. No, they might lose that. I'm not gonna go. I'll watch a little bit of it, and if they do well, I'll keep watching. Like that's the attitude. So like that's the worst spot to be, and unfortunately, I think that's where they're gonna be this year. But I would never pull for 3-9. Nah, man. Let's get some more y'all's comments in here. Kiffin is still shady in my book. I think Kiffin's just different because he's honest, man. Like the comparison I made yesterday on air was Charles Barkley. He says whatever he wants and doesn't worry about who he offends, so no one gets offended. And if they do, they don't mention it. They just move on. They roll their eyes because they realize you're not going to get a rise out of it. Like you're not going to get this overt apology for anything he says. What I saw of Hill at quarterback last week was impressive. Thoughts? John, I couldn't disagree more, man. I mean, he's so erratic throwing the ball. What was impressive was his ability to run, but I don't want my quarterback running in the NFL. And I can't see how he is going to surpass Tom Savage, who also I cannot believe is an NFL quarterback. Had this conversation yesterday with Mike Detillier and about, do they go get another one? And Mike's thoughts was no, that Sean's going to stick with Savage as the backup. Now I think Hill is going to make the team as a special teamer, but not as the backup quarterback. Joey, I think Hill and Chasson will have a really productive year. Thoughts? I agree completely. He's you could see athletically he's got it already. And physically, he just looks different too. I know everybody said that, but it's true. Like you go look at him, it's like, oh, he's put on a little bulk, and like sometimes you forget when guys come in at 18. Like just think about yourself, like physically what you did from 18 to 22. You just physically develop more, and so these guys doing that with Tommy Moffitt, it's like pouring gasoline on that fire. So for some of them that are physically just gifted like him, it's going to accelerate. So yeah, it was I think he's gonna be really, really good. Yancey says, man, the info Ryan spoke about yesterday was awesome. When he spoke about the different ways he had to put the ball to each different receiver, the details of how they were, saying Burrow is going to be on that at the end of the year. Also, he said next year will be his year. Yeah, if y'all missed it, Rowan was on the show yesterday, and he's awesome. I would say whenever I have Roe on the show, it's like, you ever see like those cartoons where there's like a rocket ship and there's like 50 buttons on it? That's like Roe on the air. Like I have to just keep pushing buttons to find which one is going to cause the detonation. But when there's liftoff, he's amazing. So, but he riffed on quarterbacks yesterday, and it was awesome. If you missed it, go listen to the podcast. Wheel of Bark. Okay. He's the family guy of college football. I don't know what that's about. Sorry. Walk-on quarterback number 5 yesterday. That was Alex Oakwan from Parkview Baptist. Talked about him a little bit earlier. By the way, Boudreaux's Bloody Mary mix, margarita mix. It's the weekend. Go get you some and go catch you a buzz responsibly. Can you imagine the mood around the city if LSU goes 6-6? Wow. I was talking to a handicapper last night. I got asked to write for something called the Action Network. By the way, go download that app if you would. And it's not like they're not asking me for betting advice, but they want to give their readers information on the teams, so like you can make an educated decision. So like they asked me if I would be interested in being a contributing writer for LSU. I'm like, sure. And anyway, so I was talking to this guy last night. I had a long conversation. We talked a lot about LSU too, and he was looking at LSU's win total. He's like, yeah, there's not really much value at 7. He's like, but like 5 times, and some of it have it at 7.5. You just got more juice on it, like minus 155 for the under at 7.5. So it's like he's kind of like, man, I'll probably take throw some corner on that. So it's like I don't know about 6-6, but 75 is. I mean, that's kind of what you're looking at, man. Tony says if Breeze goes down, it doesn't matter who's backing up. You're absolutely right. Does JT Perry sign to the practice squad? Remember, you're limited to the number of guys you can have on the practice squad. If you could have unlimited, I would say sure. They'll need another arm. I don't know if they'll keep Taysom Hill at quarterback during the season. If they do, then that's your third. If not, then you could sign Barrett to the practice squad. But I think your three would be Breeze, Hill, obviously, and Savage. So to answer your question, if I had to guess it now, I'd say no. Trivia, I think when we see more of JT Barrett, we might be surprised because he's accurate. Actually, trivia, the thing is, in camp so far, it's been the exact opposite. But that's been his MO is he's not been accurate. So, very, very inconsistent. EJ, would you play Breeze one series or nothing at all? I'd give him a series tonight. Give him a quarter in Game 3. I'm not afraid of Drew Brees going to play in a preseason game. I'm afraid of him getting hit. So a guy that's that veteran, you tell him, hey man, at this point Drew Brees knows, hey, if there's pressure, just get rid of the ball. It's not worth it. If you're being chased, just throw it into the ground. If you're flush from the pocket, don't run to the sideline and let someone measure you up. Just throw the ball into the ground, throw it into a lineman's head. Who cares? That's all it's about. If there's an interception, just lay down on the ground. Don't go try to make a tackle. I mean, it's. I don't mind Breeze playing in these games. Jordan Remondet just said Scone. What's up, brah? After the Nick Foles, I wouldn't play Breeze at all. Hey. Are you watching Wheel? Wheel of Bark? Wheel of Bark or Wheel of Yay? Wheel. Yeah. Okay, Daddy's almost done. We'll do 4 more minutes until 8 o'clock. Then we're going to get dressed. Good morning, Michael Moore. Let's see. I would bubble wrap Breeze on the sideline. Let's see. My wife's cousin's best friend's brother's dad. There's a guy that said Joe will be the starting quarterback. Hey. You want to say good morning to everybody? Hey, everybody, they like whenever you're smiling and whenever I say Calici and you run and laugh. They don't like when you fuss. They like when I go Calici and you laugh. You want Calici? Calici! Hey, what was I saying yesterday that made you laugh? When I was saying, you got a little neck fat. Hey, no, don't be fussy. Drew, don't be Hey. Hey, do you want to play football? None of my tricks are working this morning. Elmo, you want Elmo? I'll give you Elmo. He's got an Elmo toy he likes. But you have to press his foot so he makes noise. I'll play that. Okay, I'm coming. We'll do Elmo in a second. All right, a few more, y'all. I'm going to have to run. I got to get him to therapy. At this point, I'm not sure what will cause more of a ruckus in Baton Rouge. LSU going 6-6, or LSU going 10-2. Different kind of ruckus for sure. All right, so a couple of thoughts for tonight on the Saints game. I'm curious to see if Marcus Davenport plays. First-round draft pick. If he's not ready, absolutely hold him out. I definitely want to see Jonathan Williams on offense. I want to see Will Clapp because with Cameron Tom out, Will Clapp, all the word is like Will Clapp has made a move, and I want to see if Will Clapp can keep playing well. If he does, I think he's got a chance to make the roster as that backup interior lineman. Hey, okay, we're going to be done, okay? We're going to be done. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Boudreaux's Bloody Mary mix, margarita mix. Drew loves it too, even though he doesn't act like it right now. Hey, come see Daddy. Hey, shh. Okay. All right, I got to get him ready. We're going to, again, somebody woke up at 4:20 this morning. So, and this food just ended. Boudreaux's Bloody Mary mix, margarita mix. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching as always. Share this. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have an awesome day. See you tomorrow. See you today on radio.
All right.